Morning dear students, and welcome back to Science 1. We have already started with the topic energy in the work and energy lesson. Fine. So and you have already known now what is kinetic energy. So kinetic energy is nothing but the energy possessed by an object when the object is set in motion. Fine. So you also know that the work done by the force displaces an object, stationary object, to some distance s, and so when it is displaced to some distance s, it gains some kinetic energy. So from this we come to know that work is nothing but the kinetic energy gained. Work done is equal to kinetic energy gained by the object. So today we are going to derive an expression for kinetic energy. So what is kinetic energy, or what is the formula for kinetic energy, so that later on we can use it to solve certain numerical problems. Fine. So let us today study about the expression for kinetic energy. Now let's suppose an object, stationary object is there. So that stationary object will have some mass m, correct, and it will have its initial velocity, and since it is stationary, the initial velocity will be equal to 0. Fine. Now suppose now force F is applied on it. Some force F is applied on it. This stationary object will be starting to move, and let that after application of the force F, suppose that object has moved to a distance of s in some time t, and also when it is moving it has gained some acceleration a, and it has reached to a certain point where it gains the final velocity v. Fine. So now that means once the stationary object is some force is given to it, has moved to a certain distance s, and therefore it has done some work, and by the formula of work you know that work is equal to force into displacement, that is W is equal to force F into displacement S. Correct. Now to get the formula for kinetic energy, you have already known that kinetic energy gained by an object is due to the work done. Therefore, when we are finding an expression for kinetic energy, we need to write the formula W is equal to F into S. Fine. Now we know according to second law of Newton, that is nothing but the rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the impressed force and takes place in the direction of the force. So that is the second law of motion, and according to second law of motion, we have the formula for F is equal to m into a. So let this equation be equation number 1. Now we need to know what is displacement S. So displacement S is nothing but, if you remember, you have already studied the 3 equations of motions by graphical method. So in that second equation tells you about the relationship between the distance and time. So that formula becomes S is equal to ut plus half at square. Now let us try to substitute certain values like u. Now you know that when the object is stationary, it has initial velocity u, and that is equal to 0. So it becomes, the equation becomes S is equal to 0 into t plus half into at square. So the now the equation becomes S is equal to 0 into t is 0 plus half at square becomes half at square. Fine. So this is regarding the equation number 2. Fine. So this becomes the equation number 2. Now let us write this equation number 2 in this equation, that is W is equal to F into S, that is force into displacement. So let us now substitute the values of F and S in this equation, that is W is equal to F into S, which becomes F is equal to M into A. Okay, F is equal to M into A, and S is nothing but multiplied by half at square. Fine. Now bringing A and A together, we are getting M into 1 by 2 into a square into t square. So a square and t square we can write it in the form of a bracket a t the whole square. Okay. Now w is equal to m into half at square. Now let us try to use the first equation of motion, that is v is equal to v is equal to small v is equal to ut u plus 18. Okay, u plus 18. Now according to this we know that the stationary object is having the initial velocity is equal to 0, therefore u over here becomes 0, and therefore it is nothing but v is equal to 0 plus 80. Fine. So 0 plus 80 is nothing but 80. Fine. So now we want what? 80 square. Correct? 80 square over here. Correct? A and t the whole square we want. So let us square on both the sides. We get what? V square is equal to a t the whole square. So now let this equation be number 3. Now let us substitute this again in equation number in this equation, that is w is equal to m into half into at the whole square. So what is it now? What it becomes now? W is equal to m into 1 by 2 into at square is nothing but v square. Fine. So w is equal to half into mv square. Fine. So now we are getting the work done is equal to 1 by 2 into mv square. Now if you remember, the kinetic energy gained by an object is nothing but the work done by an object. Therefore, according to this, kinetic energy is nothing but equal to work done, and we have already found that kinetic energy is equal to W is nothing but, so let this be equation number 4. Substituting over here, we are getting W is equal to half, or kinetic energy is equal to half into m into v square. So we have now derived the formula for kinetic energy, that is kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Fine. So here you can see that kinetic energy is proportional, directly proportional to the mass, as well as it is directly proportional to the square of the final velocity. Fine. So if suppose the mass of an object is doubled, that means the kinetic energy will also become doubled. Whereas if the velocity is doubled, then velocity will be doubled, this also will become 4 times. Fine. So we have already learned now the expression for kinetic energy. So this expression you can also use for solving the numerical problems. So solved examples are there in the textbook. You can refer to it how to solve it by using the formula. It is very easy. Fine. So next time we will see about the potential energy. Till then, thank you very much.